Good morning, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I've got this gorgeous 2007 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for you today, and this will be a test drive and driving impression video on this vehicle where we'll be getting it on the road, putting it through its paces, and taking you along with us for the ride. Now, we also do have an in-depth walk-around video of this vehicle where we get into the nitty-gritty and show you all the bells and whistles it has and demonstrate its many functions and features for you. But again, we won't be doing that during this video. This will be a walk-around driving impression video where you will see and hear everything we do as you get our commentary and observations as we drive the vehicle. So without further ado, thank you for joining us. Let's go ahead and get started. $176,556 miles. As I mentioned in my walk-around video, when we get the vehicle, we do detail it and we do clean the engine, and we put a silicone-based plastic dressing in the engine compartment, which makes all the plastics nice and shiny and new looking. But when that gets on the drive belt, on the serpentine belt, that does cause a little bit of a squeak, which goes away after you drive the vehicle a few times. But there's a slight squeak on the serpentine belt, which will dissipate. Vehicle is also very low on fuel. I'll be putting some fuel in it as soon as I finish this video. My observations of the interior is actually that it's in pretty good shape. Some minor stains, some minor wear and tear, but for 176,000 miles and for a Jeep, it's really not too bad. Again, Jeeps are lifestyle vehicles, and oftentimes these vehicles are put through the ringer, and their folks are typically not very kind to them a lot of times. So to find a Jeep in this good a shape is actually, you know, although it's not perfect, it's actually probably in the 80th or 90th percentile. While driving the vehicle, I observe a little bit of what at first seems to be or appears to be very similar to like tire noise, where you get like a little hum while you're driving. It's not super noticeable, so you probably can't hear it on the video, but again, my job is to point out everything that I observe on the vehicle, and it kind of sounds like a little bit of tire noise, but I don't believe it's tire noise. In my opinion, it kind of feels a little bit more like a differential noise to me, and if I had to guess if it's coming from the front or rear, I would say it's coming from the front. Chrysler Corporation that makes Jeep products, they are not known to having the greatest quality drive axles and differentials on their vehicles, and with this many miles, it's actually pretty common for them to be worn down. We do have a place we've used in the past called West Coast Differentials. They're in Rancho Cordova, and they've done rebuilds on these differentials for us at around $1,100 or $1,200 for complete rebuild, and they're a good shop, and they'll go through the vehicle, and if it just has a bearing or ring or pinion or something inside that is worn out and doesn't require a full rebuild, they'll also do that and save you quite a bit of money. But that's what I feel like it needs. It's probably not urgent. You don't need to take care of it right away. Obviously, whoever had the vehicle before has been driving it like this for a long time, and you can continue to do so, of course. But just kind of want to point out everything that we see in here. The vehicle tracks straight. It doesn't pull to the left or right. Engine is quite capable. Engine sounds great and has great power. Transmission shifts very smoothly through all gears. To me, it feels like the car may need a transmission mount, which is the little rubber pad that the transmission sits on, which the motor has as well. And you know, we recommend that you do transmission and motor mounts both at the same time. It's better for the car, and sometimes you do share some labor in between the two jobs, and that way you can get them knocked out a little bit more affordably if you do them at once. Those mounts help eliminate vibration and rattling from the engine and transmission. Also, they cause a smoother shift from park to reverse, or reverse to drive, or drive to reverse, or vice versa, because I feel a little bit of movement when I shift from park to reverse, drive to reverse, reverse to drive, and that's typically an indication of the transmission mount and or motor mount being weak. So I believe you could probably benefit from that as well. Other than that, I have not observed any leaks in the vehicle, but it wouldn't be uncommon for a vehicle with this many miles and this age to have some, but if there are any, they're definitely minor. This stretch of road here, we'll do a 0 to 60 acceleration pull. We'll have the air conditioning blasting here, as you can see. 0 miles per hour, and we'll accelerate to 60 and see how fast we can get there. what you would expect from a 6-cylinder engine. Definitely has enough power to get out of its own way, but you know, I wouldn't call it fast. Be enough for a little grocery getter like this. That last road we were on San Juan is known for having lots of uneven pavement, potholes, and rough surfaces, and the vehicle absorbed those surfaces quite well. There was no rattles or clunks in the suspension. Tie rods felt good, ball joints felt good. Of course, those items have to be visually inspected to be sure, but oftentimes when they get bad enough, you can feel it while you drive, and I didn't feel any looseness in the sway bar links, tie rods, or ball joints. They felt pretty darn good. Brakes feel really good. As you apply your brakes, you don't feel any shaking or rattling. No shaking on the pedal, no shimmy or shaking on the steering wheel or the chassis of the vehicle. Nothing that would indicate any warpage of the brakes or rotors whatsoever. They feel real nice. Again, this is a imperfect used vehicle, but it's got a great potential and a good base if you wanted to continue to put some money into some of the deferred maintenance. Or, you know, it's also a vehicle you could just drive the way it is for quite a while without having to put any money into it. I'll be the first to tell you, I'm the type of person that when I buy a vehicle for myself, I spend the first month to a couple of months just feeling it out and just replacing and fixing and reconditioning things one after another. And I'll find the best example of a vehicle that I can possibly find, and little by little, every little thing that I notice or every little thing that bothers me or I find, I get fixed. And you know, by the time I know it, I'm 90 days into it, I've spent $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on the vehicle. Of course, I'm sure this would be no exception to the rule, and you could certainly find that much stuff or maybe even more that you can fix or recondition if you wanted to make it perfect. But to make a vehicle with 176,000 miles perfect that's 16 years old is, you know, not necessary to do. Vehicle can safely and reliably be driven just the way it is right now as well. Folks, if you're watching us from out of state or just out of town and you'd like quotes for affordable shipping and transport services, give us a call and we'll get you a quote on what it would take to get this vehicle from our doorstep to yours. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do consider giving us a thumbs up and also subscribing to our channel. We really are concentrating on our YouTube channel this year, and we cannot grow it without your help. So please do give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to our channel, and also hit the bell notification icon so you can be notified of all of our future videos. Certainly do appreciate that. And as we make our way back, just do want to remind you that you can also dial our phone number and get me directly by dialing area code 916-765-7575. You can also find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website, which is www.directauto.com. At this point, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us and investing your valuable time with us and sticking with us throughout the entirety of this video. We certainly do appreciate your time and appreciate your business, and we hope to see and interact with you all in the near future. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.